What up, everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of These Corona Times. You are tuned in with your girl Tiffany and Dr. Simone and Mr. Brandon in the house.
What's going on, folks?
What up, everybody?
We got the giggles tonight. We just
got the good giggles. So we're good vibes, good feelings. You know, Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that tonight, but whether you're looking forward to the holiday itself or just being off work, I know I'm excited for this 2.5 day work week or whatever it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Same. My
3-day work day for me, or work week for me.
3 days for you.
My body will be working. I'll be logged on, but my brain will be offline.
won't be tuned in. I will not be connected.
I can just get through Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday are my toughest days. I get through them days, I'm good to go.
We just need some rest. We all could probably use the rest. Yeah. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in to episode 26 of These Corona Times. And Most definitely. Lord, we did not settle on the title.
We have 3. We are still thankful during these Corona times.
Okay.
And we doing Thanksgiving or now in these Corona times and showing gratitude in these Corona times.
We're undecided.
Your pleasure.
I would say I'm so thankful in these Corona times. How about that?
And I'm probably doing Thanksgiving or not in these Corona times. And I guess Simone's probably the showing gratitude in these Corona times.
I'm showing gratitude.
So you get a title for each of us this week.
Yes.
As always, we want to thank you all for joining in with us. We had a great time on last week's episode talking about hair health, hair love in these Corona times. Talking about whether or not folks can touch our hair or not. It was a fun discussion. It was great recording it. And again, we just want to thank you all for tuning in yet again for another episode and for hanging with us for 26 of these things. Again, wow. Yeah, it's a long time, y'all. Mm-hmm. A long time.
And we got to acknowledge that we all got our hair done after the hair episode. After the episode, we directly went and got our hair done.
First of all, I want to say that Brandon and I had Thanksgiving appointments, and Simone felt so inclined to make one for her.
There you go. We had our schedule for weeks.
Mm-hmm. I had my appointment was December the 2nd, okay? And opening happened. The African angels swarmed in and opened up the 18th. So I had to go with the 18th.
She actually, the one who had no appointment at all before Thanksgiving, actually came in and got one ahead of me and Brandon.
Right. How does that
work? Yes.
And thank you, Locks by Jay. Thank you, Locks by JB. Thank you for getting me together for the next month or so. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out to all the stylists who helped with all of this,
All the stylists.
Yes. So as always, we want to remind you all, you can catch us here on Mondays around 8-ish, on the Facebook. Yeah, we're there. And, if you miss it on Facebook, the premiere, you can always watch it again, or you can catch us on YouTube, all at These Corona Times. Again, please like, share, subscribe, keep commenting, because, we're here for as long as Corona allows, which looks like this train's no stopping anytime soon.
We're going to be here.
Yeah, we're just going to be here.
There's like 10 more episodes we could do just based off this last week alone.
Dealing
with COVID-related, election-related foolishness.
Yeah.
Or what was that word that Chris Cuomo used? Can we say it on here?
Yeah.
Jackassery.
Listen, I'd be willing to do a whole episode on your boy Giuliani leaking that oil.
He was anointed and not in the right way.
Yes.
Terrible.
So basically, we're telling y'all we got a lot to talk about, episodes coming. And of course, always, if you guys have any recommendations, please feel free to leave it in the comments and we'll add it into the rotation.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the Guys Night Out episode to come up. So maybe
December is popping. December,
y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. December.
We'll get together in December. We'll get it together.
Yes. So how did you all do on your self-care this week?
Well, my self-care was to get my hair done,
Blow it out, Tiff. Go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead.
This was a surprise hairstyle because I actually went in to get rod set, which I've never had either, just trying out different things with my natural hair. And having the conversation about, possibly starting the lock journey soon. And my stylist was like, we've never seen your hair straight since, I told you all last week in the last episode, I did the big chop 2 years ago in May. So it's been 2 years of some change. And I mean, when I left there, I had about this much hair. So this is 2.5 years later of being natural. And first time I've had a flat iron in probably 10 plus years because I have fears of hot irons coming at me. Shout out to,
hair
my
trauma.
mother and great grandmother for all the hot comb trauma.
So, Brandon, how did you do on your self-care? What did you do? Was it just more rest and reading?
No, it was actually a little more cleaning. Of course, I've been doing some reading as well. But y'all, again, it was not the way that I cleaned this week.
Man.
But this is the thing, though. It wasn't like it was before. So I was talking to them earlier today in the polos about how my mental health is better when the space is not as cluttered. Mm-hmm. And over the last month or so, I've done a lot of work getting things handled, throwing out stuff, straightening up things. It's really helped my mental health personally because I see things. I got more space, and when I don't feel confined, I feel better. And this past week was just kind of a continuation of some of that, making sure that the house is cleaned up, and I just feel better when things are tidy, when things are in their place, when I see the vacuum marks, I feel better with all of those things. And so that was my self-care.
The vacuum marks give you the warm, fuzzy feelings on the inside.
It does. When I see the vacuum marks all in line and everything like that, that helps my mood so much because cleaning for me, I love cleaning. And cleaning for me is instant gratification. It was dirty and now it is clean. It is. You can't get no easier than that.
Y'all, okay, listen. You all are getting a live shot of what Brandon does in the morning on the polos. When he first thing
I didn't do that. I didn't do that all morning. I didn't do that this week.
Okay, fine, whatever. I know we make fun, but there is a link between keeping your space tidy and well-being. There is a link there. So
it is
good.
And for me, and this is not to throw anybody in my family under
throw them under there. Yes, it is. Throw them under there.
But there's only one person in this house that cares really about how clean and how tidy and neat things are, and that's me. And so I found myself getting overwhelmed by things just being my kids come into the house and stuff gets thrown to the side. And me being able to have that clean space, it really just helps me.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
I make fun of you, Brandon, because I think your cleaning is to the max, but I definitely agree that clutter, I don't like clutter, and seeing clutter really bothers me, and having things picked up and clean is very helpful. Now, I know Simone does not understand this because she will throw stuff down anywhere. It does not have clutter.
I have clutter. But I think mine is more delayed because after a while I get upset too, and it makes me start to feel icky. Mm-hmm. It starts to make me feel kind of chaotic. So the in-laws are coming and my mother is coming for the holiday. So we are going to start tomorrow, and I'm excited because I need to do a clearing.
And we're talking about cleaning a lot and Simone not putting stuff away, but I don't mean like, over none of our houses do you see like dishes piled up in the sink.
No.
It's papers. Yeah. I mean, it's
or laundry that needs to be folded. That's probably
y'all don't want to see what's going on back here. You don't want to see.
It just gotta be folded and put away.
Yes. Now I don't remember what my self-care was. Whatever it was. I lied to you all. I wasn't going to do any self-care because I had a huge professional presentation that I completed on Friday, and it was a lot. And so I didn't get any self-care. I didn't sleep well at all. Like I was just preparing for it. But since that was over Friday at 12 o'clock. So since then I have kind of put my laptop away and just been relaxing. So trying to get myself
you earned it. You worked really, really hard. And I know that you two went over all the slides that you did.
We did.
But I know that there was a lot that went into the presentation that you did. So you deserve all the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
My friend is out here a professional giving talks and stuff. She gets paid for this, guy. So if you'd like Simone to come and speak at your event.
Yes.
I speak about
Seriously.
anything. It can be about anything.
About everything.
Right. But speaking of accomplishments, we have got to once again shout out Khalifa Alexander, Cooking with Callie.
Yeah.
We had Khalifa on for the girls' night out a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. And I think she talked about cooking with Callie, and now she's figured out her shipping situation.
Yes.
So I'm in North Carolina. They are in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. They're in Louisville, Kentucky. Khalifa's in Atlanta, Georgia. And me and Tiffany ordered food, and it was fresh, and I haven't eaten mine yet. Have you eaten yours yet, Tiffany?
No, I'm saving mine for Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, it was super simple. She shipped it out. It got here when she said it was going to get here. Mm-hmm. She also sent this beautiful little card with a nice little personalized note, which had the instructions on the inside, because I'm not really a cook like that. So she explained like how to prepare it. And yeah, I mean, she's got new menus. She's doing wonderful things.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, I've been Seventh-day Adventist my entire life. I am no stranger to vegetarian food. I can say very truthfully, having experienced a lot of veggie food. She has the best tofu I have ever had.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I mean, the barbecue tofu, I heard rave reviews from it from a couple people. And I was like, man, all right, I guess can't be that
tofu.
Good.
You be thinking, how many things can you do with tofu? Like,
exactly.
You know,
she brought it to a potluck, and I was just like,
you can't go back.
I get it.
Yeah. You can't have other tofu.
Yeah. I get it now.
After that.
I get it.
So I think
we got the barbecue. Oh, go ahead, Tiff.
I was gonna say I duplicated Simone's order. Barbecue tofu and salmon, and it's currently in my freezer right now, just chilling. And as Simone said, it was a really quick and easy process. Didn't take any time to order. When she shipped it out, it arrived a day early. Like, it was supposed to come on Saturday, I believe, and it got here on Friday evening. So, I'm really excited to have it. And I'm happy for Khalifa, because she was talking about being more serious about her business and actually, putting some time and effort into getting her website up and getting herself out there. And she really has done that. She's upgraded her Instagram page. She's done her website. She's done the work, and she cooks really well. So again, if you all, might be too late for you to get something for Thanksgiving, but if you want something for after Thanksgiving.
But if you want something for Christmas, go ahead and get them orders in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're busy like we are, I mean, and I don't be in the kitchen like that, especially not now with all the different things that I do. I mean, if this became like a regular thing, like once a month to order something from her, like, I would not be surprised if we do that. Seriously.
Yeah. And the prices look very reasonable as well.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So Brandon, do you want to orient us to the episode?
Oh, it is my turn.
It
is. So where do we actually get Thanksgiving from, and what does it actually mean to be thankful and to show gratitude and all of those things? Plot twist: this is actually my favorite holiday, but we'll get into my war in the way that I kind of get over that myself. But Thanksgiving is a big time of the year. It's the start of the holiday season for a lot of people. A lot of sales go on. We'll talk about the commercialization of Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and kind of my experience as a former Best Buy employee, how all of that stuff kind of goes down.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the holiday. I really don't. I'm definitely anxious to hear how you all feel. It's just the holidays are so,
or just because of like some of the awakeness you've had since.
Well, I think
you've had since.
I think all of it, but the holidays to be a very stressful time for my family. When I say family, I mean my mom, because my mom goes all out for the holidays, as you both know.
She does.
And then that bleeds over into me, and I'm in a space now where I'm rejecting of the stress during the holidays. But especially this year with everything that's gone on, we've been feeling essentially kind of trapped in the house, and having to teach Caden and all of that goes into that. So I am like more so rejecting of the stress this year. Like I'm not going to have any patience for any stress whatsoever. So I don't know what that means for the holidays. There's always some kind of stress. So that's where I am.
I don't know how I feel about it yet, and I guess maybe I won't until it gets here, because holidays time is just usually a big time for my family to get together, and we have such a large family, and we usually get to see people that we don't normally see, folks that don't live here, and of course we can't do any of that this year. And I was initially very sad because my grandmother said she wasn't doing any cooking for Thanksgiving, which is totally depressing.
That's a lot.
That makes me sad.
Yes. Yes. But then she decided she's going to do, her and my mom are going to do some like small to-go plates for us, and we'll just come by and pick those up and go home. So it just won't be the same, but I guess I really won't feel the weight of it until the actual day, because right now it just seems like, I know we can't, it's COVID. I know we won't be able to do what we used to do. And we, at some time of the year, we thought that maybe by Thanksgiving, we will be able to have a small gathering so that it would be okay for at least, my immediate family to get together. And now we feel like we can't even, of course, do that because we don't want to, endanger anyone. So I think I'm just kind of like, well, it's just going to be Thursday, and, I'm going to have some good food, but it doesn't feel like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I agree. This would have been the year that we would have probably done some things with my in-laws, and and that's generally the last time we did something for Thanksgiving. It was easily 25, 35 people, and we were hanging out, having fun, talking. Kids were playing outside. It was really, really good, and that's my type of carrying on. And to not have it this year, it's a little bit of a blow to me, to be honest with you. It's a little bit of a blow.
You still gonna eat, Brandon?
You right about that. I'm gonna still eat. That ain't gonna ever change. Brandon gonna get his vittles.
That's the thing, because another part of the stress for us is that we're doing the cooking, me and Sean, and then Sean's mom is going to do a little bit, but we're going to do most of it, and we're hosting. But it's just there's a conflict because we've learned so much in the last several years about the Thanksgiving holiday and what it actually means, and so I find it very difficult to celebrate. In my heart, I don't feel it in my heart and in my spirit anymore because of what I know. But at the same time, our family is in a different. They're not where we are, so it's like, what, did we cancel and not participate? No, that doesn't seem right either. So there's kind of like a inner conflict.
And there definitely is. I will go on record as saying that this is my favorite holiday.
Because it's
my favorite holiday, more so than Christmas, 4th of July, all of that. Tiff is going to say it's because I love to eat, and that is 100% accurate. But
but I mean, it's more football, and I know we'll get to this later, but I know this used to probably not be so much of a great holiday for you before because of your past job. That means you only have so many hours to hang out.
Yes.
Get up and go to work for Black Friday. And I know we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but the fact that it's your favorite holiday now, I think it's more so probably because you get to rest more than you used to.
I get to, I'm off on Thursday. I'm off on Friday. I have family. I can be with them a little bit more, and the food. And then, but for me, I'm always looking at it as I am truly thankful for what I have been blessed with. That's the way that I have always looked at Thanksgiving. Just I am really blessed with the things that I have and the family that I have. And like we said, that's it's an internal war with me because I know how this holiday started. I know about the massacre of the indigenous folks that were here before, and it's a tough thing to grapple with. But this still is my favorite holiday because I love the feeling of being thankful. I love the family aspect. I love when I go to Georgia and we stand around the table, and we hold hands and we talk about all the things that we've been thankful about. Those things are very near and dear to me, and to not do that this year is a little bit of a blow.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the same for me. Like when we get together as a family, we don't talk about the Pilgrims and the Indians and all that good story about the Mayflower. We don't talk about none of that stuff. So we come together. After we eat, my grandmother started this tradition several years ago. I want to say maybe after my great grandmother passed. She passed around Thanksgiving about 16 years ago. And it was really hard because we had a funeral the same week of Thanksgiving. So like a couple days before Thanksgiving. And I want to say maybe that year we started going around the room talking about what we are thankful for. And we've done that ever since, like for years. We just, after we eat, we all just sit around, we talk about what we're thankful for. Everybody gives a testimony. And then even recently we started adding like a big family prayer to the end of that, to kind of just pray for things, the things we're thankful for this year, and then things that we are anticipating for next year. So I also do look at it as like a time to, again, not just to see people I haven't seen all year or most of the year, but also to really get that, it's like, it's been a tough year. To hear other people talk about the way they've been blessed is comforting and beneficial, because, sometimes we can get really down. We're in our own little bubbles. We work really hard. We don't have oftentimes to look up and smell the roses. So it's just a reminder that, like, even though things are crazy, people are still being blessed. God is still blessing people. And I'm going to miss that part of it, because I could really use some of that, good hope and faith this season.
Yeah. And, I was just thinking about that too. We come from a community, where we talk about, our blessings, and that's something we should do every day. Right. And so I think in my head, oh my gosh, it'd be great if we could like find a different day to celebrate and just not even associate with this holiday. Cause for me, like I think I struggle with people thinking that I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, like celebrating on this day because of what it represents. And I think for me, also, when I think about the miseducation that happened for us in school, there's just certain parts of it that I reject so much. Like Caden will not be in any Thanksgiving pageants and plays. There will be no pilgrim outfits. There will be we're not doing that. Like there's just parts of it that we are not going to partake in because it's appropriation and it's inappropriate and it's painful. It's painful for Indigenous communities. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you talk about the different dynamics of that too? Because I know Simone did not go to a private school. She went to public school. I know I went to a private school from K through 4th grade, and I know Brandon's been in private schools. They actually did not talk about the Native Americans and the Pilgrims in my private school at all. I didn't learn about that until I was in like 5th grade when I had my first year of traditional school. And I was confused. I was like, oh, this is new. I've never heard this before, doing all the little play and everything and acting out the scenes. It was like, that was very different for me. And I think that may be because it was a predominantly white institution. And it was a lot more of that, as opposed to what my private school was predominantly Black and, of course, Christian and Adventist. So we really didn't cover that part of the Thanksgiving education, so to speak.
I remember growing up, and this was even before we moved to Louisville, where the school that I went to, we would make like a head wrap, a red head. Yeah, we get the brown construction paper, staple it together, and then we'd have different colors, more so green, orange, and brown things that you would put around it, and you would wear that. And now that I think about that, oh my gosh, it was so cringeworthy.
Yeah, but we were oblivious. We didn't know.
We were oblivious.
We knew what they told us.
Yeah.
And this country likes to whitewash and do that erasure thing where they, rewrite history and all of that. So yeah. But no, Caden will not be participating. Will not be.
Not at all.
And if they even mention it, like actually, I'll pull out what's her name? Your friend that we had on, Jess. I'd be like, can I just put a pin in that? Can we put a pin in that for you? Let's talk about it.
So how is this moment like? I know we've had our traditions and whatnot. Simone, your mom's is like this is her time. From now to the end of the year, this is her time. Tiff, you got your family stuff. I've had my family stuff. Like, what's changed? Like, how have we altered our plans at all because of rising cases of Ronisha?
Corona. The corona.
Covidia.
Covidia. Oh, we haven't done that in a while. I'll jump in first and say that, there's a small blessing here. And maybe for Simone's mom too, because just like my grandmother, she does a lot of the cooking for Thanksgiving, and she's been doing it for my entire life. I know her sisters help. We come from a family of cooks. That blessing has not been bestowed upon me, but my grandmother and sisters know how to cook.
So many cooks in her family. Yes. Oh my gosh.
And for years, for as long as we've had Thanksgiving other places before as long as it's been here in Louisville and at my grandmother's house, she has done it probably 75 to 80% of the cooking. And, Thanksgiving cooking starts early. She starts maybe 3 to 4 weeks in advance. She freezes stuff, it's a lot on a person. And she likes to point out, I don't like to agree to, but she's getting older. And, I do appreciate that she's going to get to have a little bit of a break this year and not have to cook for 40 to 50 people, and instead make something smaller. She don't know how to cook for nothing less than that. She doesn't know how. But so in light of that, our plans have changed a tad bit because, of course, everybody's not coming to grandma's house for Thanksgiving. And as I said earlier, she's going to be doing to-go boxes for me and my siblings to come by and pick up food and go home. So that's going to be the change in our plans. And I guess we will be probably eating at home and maybe doing a Zoom family call with all the cousins and aunts and uncles and stuff just to try to touch base for Thanksgiving, because many of us have not seen each other in weeks and months.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so you all talked about the holidays being my mom's thing. So the cooking, she really does that for Christmas Eve. She has a huge, I'm gonna call it a huge blowout dinner.
Yes.
Where everyone is invited from church and it's really fun and all that. But for Thanksgiving, she normally goes out of town to see her best friend who lives in Texas. And
it's our Christmas.
What'd you say?
It's our Christmas presents.
Yes. She goes and she gets the Christmas. She literally will go and spend. I'm just going to say she does the Christmas shopping in another state and then has those gifts shipped back. I don't understand it. Okay, I don't get it. But she doesn't get to do that this year. I mean, I guess. But she can't do that this year. So she is literally upset. And I'm like, Mom, are you addicted to the chaos of the holidays?
But she's been doing that for 20 plus years. She's been going to Christmas with them. I mean, Thanksgiving with them and hanging out.
Yes, but I'm like, yes, but like you get to like not do that and just relax. Isn't that fun? She's like, no, I want to go.
And I'm gonna tell you, I know we're talking about Thanksgiving, but she buys so many of these gifts during this time of the year for Christmas. Nobody goes without. I have gone to her house after missing a couple of those dinners and had found my family's name up under that tree. Mm-hmm. And my daughter Ava has gotten a specialized, personalized gift from there. This is a big deal for Mama Lala, as some folks
She's
call
an entertainer.
It.
I think she really likes it.
She loves it.
People come over and there's a big spray out of a tree and there's tons of gifts. I used to think all those gifts was for Kaden. And then before Kaden, but no, it's like a gift for everybody.
For everybody. Yep. Yeah.
First time I had Cornish hen.
Yes. And I was going to say, we have spent many a Thanksgiving with Brandon's family back in the day. So, I mean, I think I had my first fried turkey at your at your mom's house. I think that was my first. I mean, I can't go back. I can't go back.
Brandon just went to a special place in him.
I sure did. And y'all, and for real, if you all, I know that we've been doing this for 26 episodes. If y'all didn't realize how far back the three of us go, please, this is legit 20 years.
So do y'all think that we were talking about how we feel? Do we think that Black folks should we be celebrating this holiday? What should we be doing with this holiday?
Enjoy your day off.
Yes.
There it is.
I've been thinking about that because we had a few episodes back. We talked about like the stigma around taking personal care, taking days for self-care or taking vacation time. Like a lot of people don't believe. A lot of people in the Black community don't believe in taking vacation days. They're like, what's that? I'll vacation when I'm retired or when I'm dead or whatever. So some people just work until they get these paid holidays off. So I think just enjoy the day, enjoy the time with your family, enjoy the rest because you've probably earned it if you have one of these jobs where you work all the time. And I feel like some people just, it took me a long time to realize that I could take days off and it wasn't a gift to me. Like, I have vacation time. It's just sitting over there and I can use it.
You sound like Sean.
Yeah.
You sound just like Sean.
I mean, because I think to some degree you feel like you don't want to appear to be lazy. You don't want to like always taking off. You want to look like you're a team player, like you come to work. So I think we don't use vacation time until we have to use it, till it's about to be expire or we have to take off for some big event or whatever that we just can't get around. So I say take the holiday and really just enjoy it. Like really just chill out, enjoy the rest, enjoy your family.
That's me. That's me as well. I treat it just like I treat 4th of July. I don't celebrate 4th of July for what 4th of July is supposed to mean. I celebrate it because it's a day off and I get a good plate at a cookout.
Get some barbecue.
The common theme is food for me. But but I think that's where a lot of Black folks are, because of Black folks, we understand that, what Thanksgiving really and truly represents was the stealing of land, the massacre of indigenous individuals. So, because we are in that same boat, if we had to pull a lot of Black folks, it wouldn't be I'm celebrating Thanksgiving because of the Pilgrims and the Indians. No, we don't care. No. We don't. That's not something that's crossing our minds. We are celebrating that we get 1 to 2 days off paid.
3.
You say 3, Tiff?
I said maybe 3, depending on where you.
Maybe 3. I get 2. I get 2. I am celebrating that I get 2 paid days off. I get to rest with my family. I get to see all that I've been blessed with over the year and what I am thankful for over the year. Whatever happened between the Indians, the Pilgrims, and that history, that trash history, is not something that I'm going to be about.
Low key, I just thought about this when Brandon was talking about how many days we get. Low key, this is probably why I will never leave academia, because they have the best holiday schedule ever.
Yes, they do. They really do. I think the other thing for us is, there's not a travel ban, but there kind of is. Like the recommendation is to not travel and to not to get together for obvious reasons. And me and my family were going back and forth about whether or not they was going to shut us down. And I said, they're not going to do that, because people they're not going to adhere to that. And from what I'm hearing, they're not. People are in the airports, they traveling because they want to be with their family. I can't blame folks. And also, like, I worry that this will it's just going to be a super spreader situation. And, we've been having I think the whole holiday season is going to be like that, because people are tired. And we haven't beat this virus. It's worse than it was, before.
And you have different, levels of concern in each family, So whereas like, my grandmother is not like, it's like nobody coming in, and that's she's like, no one. So
Tiff's grandma is just like, yo, I don't even want y'all to do a drive-by for my birthday. Y'all need to go on home.
So there's different levels in each of our families, not just our families, but around the country, where some people are not as concerned, or, they're making up their own rules. Well, just 3 or 4 households can come in, or everybody come in will wear a mask. There's so much already division of thought, I guess I will say, over how you're handling the situation. and how we're dealing with COVID. Like all I can see is opportunities for family conflict and all this. You know, we already get together and people argue about relationship stuff at Thanksgiving or politics at Thanksgiving. I can only imagine over quarrels that will be happening.
So and so said they was gonna get tested, but they didn't, and they're sitting over there next to the turkey.
My family is petty, so somebody coughed, they're like, "Ooh, COVID, super spreader."
Keep them out the house. They out.
These are the things that we have to think about. Like on our campus, they did they called it a Thanksgiving exit testing. So before you leave, you can go get tested, which is a good idea. I'm not gonna go because I don't go anywhere, so I don't feel the need to go and get tested because I literally don't come in contact with people. When I am around people, I'm outside. Like I was outside yesterday, where I shared with you all. There were some super spreaders. There was some super spreaders around us, and we were like, let's see what they. No, we leaving. Let's go. But my mom is gonna be tested because she works outside the house, and then my in-laws, they don't really go anywhere, so they're not going to. But we've talked about, these are the things we've talked about before we got together, because you have to ask the questions. And then when, Christmas comes, if we decide to go home, well, I'm sure we'll have the conversation again.
If you decide to go home?
If we decide, we don't know if we're going to come.
Yo, I'm trying to kick you with my man, Sean, so y'all need to come through.
Hey, you got to see what COVID allows.
Exactly.
That's true. Hey, that's really what it's about. We know that you can't prevent something 100% of the time, but you have to be as safe as possible in your situation.
Yeah, be vigilant. Like Simone was saying yesterday, she saw some super spreader activity. They decided to leave. We walked into a store yesterday. It did not feel safe. We decided to leave.
Tiffany said, "I smell the smell."
I smell the COVID.
Smell the COVID.
People was not following directions. I mean, and it's been a long time since I've seen stores filled to a capacity. And I know it's holiday season and stuff, and the shopping is going on, but it's still in the middle of a pandemic. Like the arrows on the floor are not suggestions; those are directions to me. That's life right there. So if you don't follow the in and out arrow of the aisles, I can't mess with you. So
you know what though? I don't understand. This is something that bothers me, is why people are talking about, oh, they're taking our freedoms away. No, they're not. That's the reason we have these guidelines on the floor about 6 feet or please wear a mask. You can still walk in because it's not the law. You do have a choice.
Yeah.
I don't know why you won't do it. Please do it.
We are so spoiled. We were talking about this before in the polos. Like I had ordered DoorDash for the first time, and I was like, this is so first world problems of me. The place is like right down the street. I did not want that. It was like, oh, DoorDash, But we are such a spoiled group of people. I just say Americans in general. It's like we are instant gratification people. We want stuff right now. We want it our way. We don't understand why we can't have it this way. And we do go off that, I'm an American. I'm a patriot. This is my country. It's a lot of entitlement and ownership. But if you just stop to think about the fact that something our governor says all the time, you do this for other people. Like, I know it's an inconvenience, but you're doing it so that we can have holidays in the future. And somebody here in Kentucky, I'm not sure who it was. I'm not sure if it was a pastor or another government official, said something about he was not going to follow the mandate. He was going to have Christmas with his family, and as many people as he wanted to was going to come over, and he wouldn't advise everybody to do that, but that's what he was going to do. And Andy Bashir said, sadly, he might not have the same people over his house for Christmas as he had for Thanksgiving because they might have died from COVID. He was like,
"Dang, Andy!"
He's like,
Andy hit him low with that one. Golly.
Andy is tired. He's sweating.
Andy said, "I'm fed up with y'all."
Yeah. I mean, I shout out to most of these officials, these governors, these mayors who are trying to do what's best for their states and trying to give us rules to help govern ourselves accordingly. And I know it sucks. Like none of it is easy because you hurt restaurants, you hurt small businesses when you make these mandates and these cutbacks. But it's like we're at some point we are going to have to just stop. Everything's just going to have to stop for a little while. so we can just kind of catch up. And the science shows that when we did that before at the beginning of the pandemic, the numbers were so low. And as soon as they start taking restrictions away, it just went up, 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 up. At some point, we're going to have to just put everything on pause.
Yeah, because I don't want to spend another holiday season like this because, since we've been doing this, and you all who watch, who know us, we have lost several members of our church family, like several members. And it's so sad that they won't be here for the holidays. But what's also sad is that they didn't get to be with their families in the way they normally would have been because of this pandemic, you know, and it just makes losing somebody, I would imagine, much more difficult because you lost those pockets of time you could have been with them. And so it's just, I'm ready to be done with this.
Me too. I wonder, Simone, you probably, maybe do studies about this in the future, but I wonder what this will do to our grieving process. As we were talking about in the polos earlier this week, some of these people that have passed, we have not seen since January or February,
So true.
You don't really have a chance. And because the way funerals are even set up right now, you may not be able to come. So you don't really have a chance to mourn this person fully or even do the things we would normally do when people pass away. Sit with them, go over their houses, bring food over. You can't do any of that stuff because of the COVID.
Come in town. Yeah, I would have totally come in town. We had one of me and Tiff's really close friends lost her mom, and I would have been there, but that wasn't possible. And that just tore me up. I had to watch the funeral from my chair in my room. Yeah, from my computer. It's just messed up. And I think what you're talking about makes a lot of sense. I feel like there's we talked about this, like a numbing happening, like there's all this stuff happening. It's like you care and you feel it, but it's like you're so overwhelmed. It's like I can't keep feeling that same overwhelmed feeling over and over again. And it's like this, I don't know, like this numbing out.
Well, it's being overwhelmed, and we're starting to lose personal connections with folks because of everything that's going on. And like you had mentioned, the funeral that you're talking about, Simone, I hadn't seen said individual in months versus where I'm accustomed to seeing that individual weekly.
Every week.
And so, certain things, the grieving process is just totally different right now because of it.
Yeah.
We got morbid for a second. I'm sorry.
No, that's real though. I think people are probably feeling the same thing. Yeah. Because people are losing folks left and right. And it's been a really tough year, but I think that's why we have to really lean on our self-care. And we'll talk about in a little bit what we are thankful for, because there have been blessings this year. There have been. Sometimes you got to dig for them. So like, hey, wait. Good things have happened. What are they?
But given all we just talked about, what are your families going to do? Do you feel like you all who are going to gather in small groups, whatever, are you all going to be able to follow the restrictions that are set up?
No problem.
No.
You're not gonna eat outside, Simone?
We don't have nowhere to go. This is the thing. So I told Sean, I said, even if we did do that, there's a little boy named Caden who would take the virus from me and Sean to Sean's parents to my mother, because he's gonna go all around. So I mean, and this is what Fauci said on the news. He said you have to think about your family and y'all's dynamics and what makes the most sense for you all. And we know that for the most part, we don't go places, and so we're in a safer position and less likely to get the elders sick.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and we feel good about having them come, but we're not going to be. I don't foresee us doing that now. If somebody wants to wear their mask and stand outside, I'll take them a plate if they want to, but I'm not. I'm gonna be in the house on my couch. So.
Oh, what about you, Brennan? I don't think you've even said what your plans are for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're gonna go over to my mom's house. My mom works from home. I work from home. My wife goes into a school building where there's nobody really except for some teachers. And it's going to be me and my family, my mom's, my brother, and my other brother from he lives in Independence, Kentucky. Bryant Howard. He may come through. It's going to be at most 8 people in the house.
That's how Andy says. And if you have more than that, I'm gonna report you.
Hey, ain't no problems with that because listen, I'm not trying to get that. I haven't heard too many stories, but but it's gonna be a few of us, and depending on the weather, if the weather is nice enough, man, my mom has a nice patio outside, and we'll be outside.
It's gonna be cold. Mm-hmm. Stop playing. It's been dark and dreary.
Is it?
Stop. I don't need to be like this weekend because this weekend was trash.
Meanwhile, Simone's got sunny and 75.
I'm sorry to hear that. We were sitting out in the hot sun. There were people at the super spreader events. They were ice skating in the hot blazing sun. I was confused. I was confused about what they were doing.
The calendar says November, but some days it feels like September outside. So
man.
Exactly. So are you all ready to move on to the gratitude, or the other things y'all want to talk about that we didn't get to?
Briefly, we didn't talk about commercializing the holiday because I think
we didn't.
That's a big thing that is not going to happen this year. Like they keep calling it Black Friday deals, but if it's all month, can we just call them deals or
deals? Just to say this. It's a month-long sale. Yeah. It's been going same sale for a whole month. It ain't Black Friday no more.
Is it just gonna be like Cyber? Like, you know how they used to do Cyber Monday, just Cyber Friday?
Stores are having the deals too. Like we were in Target looking for toilet paper, and they had deals. I don't call them deals. I'm not gonna call them Black Friday savings or none of that. They had deals going on.
Yeah, for me, it's to me it's a far cry, and this is where I kind of have a little bit of a
get anxiety.
No, I wouldn't even say anxiety, but for me, I used to work retail during this time of the year, from about 2005 to 2011. I worked at Best Buy, and during that time, it meant you worked a lot that weekend. I remember my first year, I worked in Huntsville, Alabama, the Best Buy down there, and I couldn't go home for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So this is how old I am. I worked at the Best Buy, and then my roommate worked for the Circuit City. And so we both just kicked it at our apartment, and we couldn't go nowhere because not working that day, you're just fired. But even now, I'm up here working, having to be at work at 1-2 o'clock in the morning. I remember specifically going to my good buddy Keith Dorsey's house. His mom, Stella Dorsey, could throw down. We would go. I would go there for Thanksgiving when he would come in town. Go there, have dinner. I'd have my uniform packed. Everybody's up having fun. I'm taking a nap because I have to leave at 12:30, 1 o'clock to get to work, so that way I can work my 12 to 15 hour shift. And
you couldn't have been me.
Crazy. I'm telling you, Thanksgiving got so much better when I stopped working retail.
I was gonna say, me and Tiffany was sleeping in our beds.
I was sleeping in y'all's beds, and I was in there preparing. I was handing out I was handing out the flyers for the Black Friday. I was handing out tickets for the Black Friday sales, and they can get this TV or that game system or this, that, and the other, depending on how they got in the line. There were people that had been out there for 2-3 days. It was just a whole crazy process.
I've been
commercialization of Thanksgiving was just wow.
Yeah, I've been one of those Black Friday crazy people that get in line super early and stay overnight and try to be first in line when the door opens. Just a couple times, not very many.
It was you making me work, Tiffany.
Well, I said it couldn't be me, but I'm glad you were out there.
Well, of the three of us, I am definitely the cheapskate. I reject all of the sales. No. If we said we're not spending any money, then even a sale, we still spend money. So we're not spending it. So I am the cheapskate for sure. But I did not go. My husband went, I think with his brother one year, we got a TV. And the TV is still in the box, y'all. We
You haven't even opened it?
No. It probably doesn't work anymore. You think maybe it doesn't work anymore?
What? No, it still works. Pull that thing up.
How big is it?
Thing? I don't know. It's huge.
It's huge. It's huge. This is why
I always say I don't need nothing.
This is why Simone doesn't go shopping, and I don't take her shopping. We don't go buy anything together because she ain't gonna buy nothing.
I bought this.
A pop socket.
I bought 2 of them.
What were they?
I bought a puzzle.
Were they $2.99 a piece?
Yes.
If anything, it's gonna be me and Tiff talking about what we gonna buy. We ain't gonna include Simone.
No. And you know, I used to think that the Black Friday shopping was low-key fun. I mean, sometimes it was just funny to watch some people who were really like, they had a plan, they had a strategy, they done circled the things they wanted. I mean, I've seen people like go at it in the TV section about the last box that was there or whatever. But then it's like the hours for starting Black Friday got so early. It's not even Black Friday no more. They were starting at like 7:00 Thanksgiving night.
Thanksgiving Day.
Which is not cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It kind of loses the significance. And again, for me, it was just like, how can I really truly be thankful for all the things that I have on one end, and on the other end, go try to get
both things,
this, that, and the other. It's up a doorbuster deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's kind of like going back and forth between the true meaning of things, and then also let me go and grab what I can. And I'm more likely to back stuff offline because I've heard of the scuffles, and I can't imagine. Yeah. But are folks doing that this year though? Yeah. Have they said they are going to do it?
I mean, there's stuff happening right now. I know Amazon is doing deals, Target's doing deals online. I'm more like you, Simone. I'm more of an online shopper at this point.
Yeah.
COVID has made me an online shopper because, if you go into the store, you can't really even try stuff on. So
no.
What am I going in there for? And stores are suffering. My grandmother was talking to me today about the malls going into bankruptcy because people are not coming in as much as they used to. So no, it's online shopping for me, and half the fun is just getting a package delivered to my door.
Amazon is evil though, because if you have the app, that little bar, you just swipe it right across, and you just get that satisfaction. It's just like, oh, it does something to me, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
they know all about it.
That one-click buying, it's
man.
Exactly.
But I think that has been, as we go into the gratitude part, a small blessing of COVID is that I think these past 8 months have made us be more about family. And I think appreciative of this holiday that's coming, however you're going to get to spend it. We won't have some of the distractions that we usually have. Won't have to worry about the sales or trying to get rest to get out to the store. And I hope that means some of these workers will get some of that same benefit as well. Won't have to worry about those retail stores to get in at midnight or whatever to work their long days. So
yeah, some COVID relief would be really nice for some of those people right now.
A great gift.
That would be really nice.
Seems like Mitch McConnell could help with that. Mitch McConnell
anyway. I know his hands. What is wrong with his?
Mitch McConnell is dying, y'all. Something is going on with him. His hands.
He is riding from one extremity to the other.
Yes, when you've been wrapped up with Trump too long, you start to die on the inside, starting with the extremities.
Yep, his hands are gonna be.
He's gonna go up but we wish him no harm. We hope he has a wonderful season of Thanksgiving and all of that. So anyway, you all, we always talk about self-care, right? And self-care is good, and we should continue to do that. However, we are wanting to shift a little bit to talking about gratitude. So. This is something we talk a lot about in my field, is kind of living a life that is, where you reflect on your gratitudes. So gratitude can be seen as a life orientation. I'm reading this. Or in other words, a worldview whereby feelings of gratitude stem from noticing and appreciating the positive things in life. So when we're thankful for things, and there's been some research about that. So being thankful has been shown to predict significantly lower risk of range of diagnoses, including major depression, generalized anxiety, phobia, nicotine dependence, alcohol dependence, and substance use, and also some eating disorders. So basically, when you live a life where you're really focused on the things that you're thankful for, and really that's like your worldview, is really focused on those types of things, it can have a really positive impact on on your well-being. And so we want to kind of shift from self-care a little bit to talk about what things we're grateful for, or thankful for, or what our blessings are. I think you can really use all those words interchangeably. So as we talk about that, we hope that you all will reflect on those things as well. What your gratitudes are, what your blessings are, what you're thankful for, despite all of the jackassery that has been going on. So which one y'all want to go first?
Looks like Tiff is first on the list.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, I did put you. I put you first.
I think we should go in alphabetical order.
We're gonna go that route. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Good. I am thankful for my family. I have grown closer to my kids this year than, granted, I don't have old kids. My daughter's 7, my son is 3, but the bond and the connection that I have with them now is so much stronger than it was, because for a while we were forced to be in the space for this amount of time. And then so definitely my daughter, my son, thankful that I've gotten a good bond with them. Also, on a financial front, I'm thankful that I bought my house last year than I did this year. A lot of people don't know we were in a condo that was basically one kind of floor plan, and right now, that if we were in that condo right now, that just would have been problems. That would have just been a lot of major problems. So thankful that we had the initiative to go ahead and buy the house. I'm thankful for health. I'm thankful that my family has been safe. All of my family, not just me, my wife, my two kids, but also my mom, my brothers, my dad. We've all been safe. We haven't been sick or anything like that. So I'm very thankful for that. Last but not least, I'm thankful to be financially stable. There are a lot of folks that are out here hurting. My church does a food basket drive once a month, and the amount of people who are just super thankful to get those bags. I'm thankful that I haven't needed those things, and that we've been taken care of, and that we have been blessed more than we deserve. More than we deserve.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go, Doctor? Would you like to go?
No,
Simone,
you can go.
Simone comes before Tiff.
It sure does.
Pressure. Many things. I didn't share this with you all, but I'm very thankful to Tiffany for getting me this little placard thing. Can y'all see that? Ooh.
What is that?
There you go.
So I graduated. It says Dr. Simone Lavelle Bruce, PsyD, clinical psychologist. So Tiffany got this for me a while ago, and I didn't share it with you all. I shared it with my family.
I've never seen that before.
Well, you wouldn't have done this because you wouldn't go through the slides with me, Brandon. Okay, right. So this is just
for real friends.
Very thankful for these Corona times for you too, and the polos. Like, it's really not a small thing. It's not small. I mean, I wake up in the morning, when I see that icon, I get like a jolt of energy. Seriously, I'm like, oh, what are they doing? What are they talking about? And I think more than anything, I'm really, really thankful for what we've been able to do these past 8 or 9 months. When this first started, you all know we were going through a roller coaster of emotions, and I wasn't sure. I didn't think we were gonna make it. I'm not sure what I thought was gonna happen. I thought we would just kind of like, I don't know, flip out, and our family would just not keep it together. But the way that me and Sean have been able to work together and make all of this work and keep Caden educated and occupied. I mean, it's not ideal, but we have made it work, and it's really brought us closer together. Yeah. I've said that me and Sean are a really good team. We have always worked really well together, even under pressure. And this ain't been nothing but pressure. So I'm very thankful that God has just sustained us in a way that I didn't even see. I didn't see how it was possible. So I am really thankful for that.
You know, Simone, switching gears, I know I've already kind of said my piece as far as what I was thankful for. I know the hour's getting late, but I am thankful. And this, I am not a spokesperson for this app. I am not an investor in this app. I am very thankful for the polos. Myself, Tiff, and Simone, we have a very interesting history, all three of us, and how I was all weaved together. And I find we were close before this. Don't get me wrong. We have worked on many projects for church. We've done a lot of things together. You know, I sent them a picture of a picture that we had at a dinner like 10 years ago. We as somebody has says, we've been doing this friendship. Been doing this. But I do find that in the last year, I have gotten closer to them just because, and that has led me to have a different way of thinking. I'm just not relying on me, but I'm hearing it from their point of views as well. We had a discussion last night on a couple of things, and it's like, oh, well, you know what? That makes sense. Okay. I'm a dummy. Not really, but you know, it's just like, but it's like, oh, that makes sense. But I've gotten so much closer to these two that has been like it's been a great thing.
And now you, Tiffany.
Well, thank you. And that also, because, you know, this is the longest that Simone and I have been away from each other. Yes. She has lived here my entire life. So when she moved, I was like, oh, this is going to suck. You know, not because I don't want her to do well or anything like that, but how are we going to stay in communication with each other while she's not here? So, you know, so thankful for Marco Polo. Please sponsor us, Marco Polo, if you like. We
should.
We've purchased your Polo Plus. Please sponsor us. But it has really helped a lot. And like Brandon said, you know, when Simone was not here, Brandon and I have been working on a lot of projects together, and, you know, we're already all good friends. But this has really been helpful. And they have been a sounding board in times of distress. They have been a source of laughter, just being able to be goofy together and talking about things, you know, as serious as preparing for, you know, life events, to things as silly as, you know, what was that fly doing on Mike Pence? So, you know, I definitely have gratitude for these two, and even for this, what we're doing now, because honestly, when Simone threw this idea out at us, I didn't really think we was going to make it too long. I was like, oh, we'll do it for a little while, and then we'll probably get tired of it. We won't do it no more, you know, because life happens. And I'm kind of thankful for COVID, because the stuff that we wouldn't normally be able to do, sometimes because of work and because it's really busy and we don't have time, we have had time, you know, we have had all the time to meet and to talk and to plan these episodes and to work together and to put forth something that I hope one day, when we're much older and grayer, that people will be able to look at and get a glimpse of how we made it through this difficult time, because it's no lie, it's been a bad time, you know, and that's coming from somebody who had a terrible 2019. 2020 has just, it ain't been great either. So I'm definitely thankful for my friends, thankful for this platform. I'm grateful for my job in a time where people are getting furloughed and laid off and things are closing. I'm thankful that my job has been stable. I've been able to work from home. I'm thankful that I've been thriving during this time at my job. You know, I had I'm a faculty member, so I had tenure review during this time, and I'm on track for tenure despite all the stuff that's still happening. I got flying colors on that review, so I'm just thankful that God continues to put me in spaces and mix me with people and give me opportunities that allow me to further my craft. Because I'll be the first one to tell you, I never thought I was going to be a librarian. I never sought out to do this. Did not know I would still be in library games 16 years later, but here I am, and I just praise God for the opportunity. I'm grateful that my friend graduated. Oh my gosh, it's been such a journey. I feel like we've been on that doctor journey with Simone, but I'm so grateful that she completed her degree. I'm so grateful that Brandon is doing well in his job, that his kids are doing well, that his wife got promoted. I mean, also, it's just been great to see my friends doing well. One of our friends got a house during this time. So it's just been amazing to see the little blessings that come out. And COVID has made me take more notice of stuff, like just little things about seeing little activities that people are doing and trying to be more supportive of people who are starting businesses and doing things that they hadn't been able to do before. And with that, we've all started our own little side hustles. I'm grateful for that. This has been the year of no excuses. Like, you got the time. So, I've really kicked off my little tag media project, and I've been working on websites and flyers and social media pages and doing stuff that I have no business doing because I have no training. And it's just a lot of on-the-job learning, but I'm thankful. I'm grateful for my husband, who's been extremely helpful during this time. We are freshly married, so being in the house stuck together for several months can be a real determinant of your marriage. It'd be a real tester of your situation. So, even though we've known each other for years and love each other dearly, seeing people, same person, day after day, after day after day.
That's rough, because I need my space.
Day after day. And there's no escape. No, it's been, yeah. And then
I like what you said about I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I like what you said about the year of no excuses. One of she's my, I guess, yeah, they're my friend too, but one of your best friends, Tiffany, her daughter, I know, I'm talking about, started like a mental health, what did she call it? I don't want to call it, it was like it was a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
And we logged on, and she's young. How old is her daughter? Like,
is she 13 or 14?
Yeah, just a baby, a teenager. And she started this program, and she had us playing games, and just giving back to the community in a really meaningful way. I don't know if she would have done that before, but we need young people. We need that. They need that. I'm not young, but they need it. Caden was on there. He enjoyed the games. I think he caught on.
That's awesome. I'm so glad people were able to join in and do that. I'm just proud of folks stepping out and trying something different. Yeah. Even Joel's hosting his own little show on Saturday nights, where they have other Adventist musicians on and singers and stuff of that nature. That's something he had never done before. So I'm just proud of people who are using this time to, I know we joked about it in the beginning, like coming out with a new skill, but honestly, taking this time to do something you've been putting off. I guess I look at it that way. We are doing something that we have been putting off for a while. We are trying new things. We are taking chances on ourselves. And I'm grateful for that. And then finally, my grandmother had major surgery a month ago this week, and she is doing so well, so well. So I'm just eternally grateful for that, because, there's been, I think I've even talked about this in the polos, like I've been feeling kind of guilty for being thankful that she's okay, because this has kind of been the year of people losing their grandparents. Yeah. And I hate the fact that I'm rejoicing while so many other people are hurting. But, she is a pillar of our family, and I'm just so glad that she's doing well, and I'm so glad she's doing okay. And then just sending prayers and thoughts to everybody, like legit prayers and thoughts, not the ones I sent to Mitch McConnell earlier, but legit prayers and thoughts.
Like for real thoughts and prayers. Well, Tim, I think your family been through enough. Like 2019, there was a lot that went on. And so I think I'm very glad that your grandmother is doing wonderful. Y'all needed a reprieve.
We needed a break. Yeah. We needed a little win there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were talking about taking a chance. Oh yeah, about the different things. Please, y'all, take a chance on cooking with Callie.
Yes.
Take a chance. Please. take a chance.
Well, no, you know what? It's not even taking a chance, because taking a chance means you don't know what you're going to get.
That's true.
We know that you're going to get good, solid, quality food. If you're vegetarian and you need some good, and you don't know what to do with the tofus and the whatnots, holla at Cooking with Callie.
Just let Khalifa do it.
Yep.
Are we going to put the menus up?
We will. I will show pictures of the menus, and hopefully we can show you a little video if technologies allow us to. But I'm going to do a little peer pressure here and ask Brandon when he's going to put his order in.
Well, that's definitely happening in December. No, for real, it's definitely happening. I mean, just eat it myself. I mean,
don't even tell nobody.
I ain't got to share nothing with the family. It's just, for me, it's my lunch.
Yes,
my lunch for 2 weeks.
Exactly. So I know next week we'll not be meeting. We're going to be doing a watch party, right?
Yeah.
And we hope that you all have a wonderful, restful holiday, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe you don't call it a holiday, just a day of rest, a day of thankfulness, a day of blessings. Yeah.
Enjoy your time with your families if you can. Please stay safe. Follow any restrictions that are going on in your state. Try to protect yourselves. Again, you want to be able to see folks for Christmas and for next year. So, take this little temporary social distance holiday, and, hopefully we'll be able to bounce back and have some good holidays next year and in the future.
Yep.
Amen to that.
Yep. Brandon, you got any parting words for us tonight? Nothing?
Nah, just be safe, folks. Be safe. Okay. Wear your mask. Socially distant. Be socially distant. Please don't have big groups.
No super spreaders.
Wash your hands. Still find a way. As I saw somebody say, a Zoom Thanksgiving is better than an ICU Christmas.
Woo. Praise him.
Well, on that note, we can just end on that.
We'll get out of here. We love to just make sure we remind y'all that it's still justice for Breonna Taylor in these corona times.
Yes, it is still justice for Breonna Taylor. Absolutely.
And until the next time we see y'all, of course, we remain yours.
Remain yours.
Yeah. Holla, y'all.